I just filed the bounty hunters. There's a whole bunch of them wandering around out there.
Any of you under the misapprehension that you'll get bonuses for intentionally injuring or deliberately crippling another player, forget it.
There's a $200 bounty on Luis Zendejas. And a $500 bounty on Troy Aikman.
We had no cheap shots.
An Eagles coach and 2 Eagles players confirmed.
He owes it to me and the Eagles to apologize.
I really don't have a lot of respect for him.
Memories of the heated feud on Thanksgiving Day have set the stage for the awaited rematch in Bounty Bowl 2. Last Sunday, Philadelphia ambushed New York in a giant step toward the division title. But staying focused today will not be easy for the Eagles. Yesterday, they suffered a tragic loss, a loss that will always be remembered. Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, for the much-anticipated rematch between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Important for the Eagles because they are currently tied with the New York Giants atop the NFC East, but they do hold a tiebreaker edge should the season end that way. Philadelphia striving for a home field advantage in the playoffs and a relatively perfect day in which to try and accomplish that. 31 degrees, but calm winds make it a relatively comfortable afternoon for football here in December. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Vern Lundquist. There is an aura of sadness that surrounds this game for Philadelphia Eagles and their families. Yesterday, quarterback coach Doug Scoville, 62 years of age, passed away of a heart attack here at Vet Stadium. Doug had just completed a workout on a stationary bike when he walked a few feet and had the heart attack. He was pronounced dead on arrival at the local hospital. He was 62. He had been in coaching for most of his life. His relationship with Buddy Ryan goes back 22 years to 1967. Our condolences to Doug Scoville, his widow Enid, and their 3 children, as well as the other members of the Philadelphia family. My partner today again is Terry Bradshaw. Terry, a sad note, and nevertheless, Bounty Bowl 2 is here, and there's been so much hype about this rematch. Will it affect either of these teams?
Normally, Vern, you would say no. I think a veteran football team would enjoy it. They'd kind of get a kick out of it. Maybe the kickers wouldn't, but I believe a veteran team would kind of enjoy the hype that surrounds this game. But an inexperienced football team with youth like the Dallas Cowboys have, I would have to say that, yes, it will have an effect on a younger football team. And I don't think there's any denying that. The players themselves might try to hide it, but I think it'll have an effect.
The Eagles, of course, must now contend with the loss of Doug Scoville. It will have an effect, and I guess it's more the quarterbacks than anybody.
A tragic thing, and I'm so sorry that happened. Quarterbacks have quarterback coaches, and Doug Scoville was a quarterback coach here for Rendell Cunningham and Kavanaugh and Don McPherson. And the one thing that you have as a quarterback coach and a quarterback is the relationship, very much like a parent. Scoville was a father figure to Cunningham. He was the man that turned Cunningham around and made him a great quarterback, fundamentally sound. He was the guy that Cunningham leaned on, and now when Cunningham comes off that field, Scoville's going to be missed.
The Philadelphia Inquirer said this morning of Doug Scoville, he gave the Eagles their wings. Roger Ruzek will kick off, the former Cowboy who is now living in Luis Zendejas' Philadelphia condominium. And the deep man are Ankrum and Dixon for the Dallas Cowboys. The kick is underway. This will be James Dixon. He leads the league in kickoff coverage. Kickoff returns. It's out to the 22-yard line. And here comes Troy Aikman. Out 5 weeks, of course, with a fractured finger. He suffered his worst statistical day of the season the last time out on Thanksgiving Day. 7 of 21, 54 yards. 3 interceptions. 2-A Newton. Mark Stepnoski, the rookie, gets his second start at center, joining Kerr, Gogan, and Steve Folsom. And in the backfield, Paul Palmer, Darrell Johnston, James Dixon, Cornell Burbage. On passing downs, it'll be Bernard Ford and Scott Ankrum. Derek Shepard, one of the wide receivers, inactive today with an injury. And, of course, Michael Irvin and Kelvin Martin are on the injured reserve with knee surgery. There is a delay of some sort, and I'm not sure what it is. The field clock, we are told, is...
The 45 30-second clock is not operational. The time will be kept on the field by the field judge.
So there it is, the 45-second clock at either end of the field, not operating. From the 22-yard line officially, the Dallas Cowboys come in 1-12. Their only win on the road against the Washington Redskins, 13-3. Aikman threw 4 touchdown passes last week, but the Cowboys blew a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter and lost to the Rams. Aikman back to throw on first down. Reggie White with the pressure, and he's down. The 10th sack of the season for a man many feel is the most impressive defensive player in the league.
And the key that happened that time to allow this sack was that the Cowboys wanted to come out and throw quick passes, but this is not a quick pass. Notice the 7-step drop. All 3 receivers went out, 2 wide receivers and a tight end, Vern, ran deep routes. Those take a long time. Deep routes play into the hands of the rush of the Eagles.
Reggie White's 10th sack of the year, 49 on the season for the Philadelphia Eagles, number 2 in the league. Second down and 18. And off to Palmer, who surges for about 3 yards. Defensively, the Philadelphia Eagles come in with an outstanding pass rush, and they lead the league in takeaways. White just got his 10th sack. Pitts, Brown, and Simmons. Clyde Simmons having a terrific year. Joyner missed last week, but he is back, and Byron Evans has come into his own. And in the secondary, Eric Allen injured an ankle while horsing around after practice yesterday, and may or may not go the distance. He is in the lineup right now, but was limping in warm-ups before the game. Junior Tonto-Latossi, the former Philadelphia Eagle, in the lineup. 3rd and 14. Aikman drills it. Caught. First down at the 39-yard line. That is Bernard Ford, who caught his first touchdown catch of the season last week in the loss to the Rams.
Well, it's a deep in cut. Once again, a lot of pressure on the Cowboys offensive line, only giving up 22 sacks, so they have played well pass protecting. Deep in cut, when you run in cuts against single coverage, man-to-man coverage, the middle is normally wide open, but you have to have time to throw the football. Aikman with plenty of time. Excellent route by Ford and the big first down.
Only the 5th catch of the year for Bernard Ford. 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. Tackle made at the 41. Jerome Brown, number 99, makes the stop. That black tape that crosses through the Eagles' wings, of course, in memory of Doug Scoville. All the players are wearing the black tape today. Second down from the 41. No score, opening moments of the game. Paul Palmer. Paul played his collegiate ball at Temple. This is his first appearance in this area since 1986, when as a player for Temple University he gained 1,800 yards. Been much traveled since then, the #1 draft choice of Kansas City, and picked up for a low draft choice, or a high draft choice rather, from Detroit.
Small running back. Cowboys really have been featuring Johnston, their fullback. He's the guy, the power back, and Palmer wanting to carry the football more. Feels like he needs to carry it more right now. 2 straight rushes in a row.
3rd and 2, no score, opening moments of the ball game. 3 wide receiver set for the Cowboys. Blitz, pass delivered quickly left side. Al Harris, number 95. The weak side linebacker was right in Aikman's face when he let it go. It'll be 4th down.
One of the things you're going to see today, Vern, you'll see the all-out blitz by the Eagles, and it's imperative that the receivers be able to run the correct routes for Aikman to give him a target to throw the football. The last time these two teams played, Aikman never had that chance.
Brand new punt returner for Philadelphia. Henry Gizmo Williams has been replaced by Anthony Edwards, who is about to return his first punt of the season. He waits at the 15-yard line. Mike Saxon is third in the league in downing punts inside the 20. He's had 18 down inside the 20, and that one is right on the borderline. That'll be down at the 21-yard line. So a fair catch for Anthony Edwards. A 33-yard punt. Philadelphia gets the ball for the first time when we come back. 7:23 to go, opening quarter. Dallas and Philadelphia scoreless. Randall Cunningham and the Eagle offense. For the season, Cunningham with 55% completion, 17 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. And his offensive line up front, Darwin, Shad, Alexander, Soltheller, and Keith Jackson, who's been in and out with injuries most of the year. Byers and Tony in the backfield. Ron Johnson replaces Michael Quick, who's on injured reserve at one wide receiver spot. Chris Carter at the other. And Carlos Carson comes in on obvious passing downs, and a late decision. Henry Williams, whose name you just saw, is on the inactive list today, so he will not be participating. That decision made just before game time. Here's Keith Byers at left guard, and he is knocked down at the 21-yard line. Defensively for the Cowboys, and it has improved now. Danny Noonan has been moved outside, the spot Ed Jones used to occupy. He replaces Tony Tolbert there. Hamill, Willie Broughton back in the starting lineup, and the veteran Jeffcoat. Eugene Lockhart making a strong bid for a Pro Bowl berth, leads the league in tackles, and the secondary, Walls and Williams don't have an interception this season. Ray Horton has only one, and so does Albritton. Second down and 8. Split backs behind Randall Cunningham. They'll try Byers again, and he's out near the 26-yard line.
You know, Bert, one of the things that the marked improvement that the Cowboys have, especially over the last 5 weeks, is that the only team to rush for more than 80 yards against them, and that was 138 by these Eagles, and 50-something of that was by Cunningham alone. So they've been giving up less than 80 yards a game with their run defense, and so that's one of the things that the Eagles, if you look at it from their standpoint, the thing they've done so well and improved on is the fact that they are averaging over 140 yards rushing. So they've improved their running game. So it's really the two best things these teams are doing going up against one another.
Right now it's a 3rd down and 4, and there is Danny Noonan, first half of the year on injured reserve. Out of the shotgun, Cunningham, 3-man rush. Cunningham dances up and lobs it left, but his receiver fell down, Robert Drummond. It'll be 4th down. Robert Drummond, the rookie from Syracuse, was the intended receiver on the play.
He really found, you know, they really discovered him in the San Diego game when he caught over 70 yards worth of passes. A little option route out in the flat. Cunningham didn't get the ball to Drummond early, but notice what Drummond tried to do, Vern. He said, aha, he's not going to throw it to me early. He wants me to go up the field. I must be covered. Cunningham saw him covered and went ahead and threw the ball out of bounds.
Cornell Burbage will return the punt. He replaces Derek Shepard, who is, as we said, is on the inactive list. Max Runiger, who joined the team when John Telchik went on the injured list, punts it to a fair catch at the 31-yard line. That's a 42-yard punt for Max Runiger. 9:49 to go first quarter, and we're still scoreless. 9:49 to go first quarter. No score thus far. The Cowboys with their second position. That is the Eagles coaching booth. And on the right-hand side, just with a headset and barely visible behind the post, is Don McPherson, the rookie quarterback from Syracuse. That is the spot where Doug Scoville normally sat during games, talking on the phone with the quarterbacks. And Don McPherson, who is on the inactive list, is occupying that spot today, trying to help recognize pass defenses and such. Mike Pitts has bruised his knee, and he is on the bench. Should be back before the game gets too old, but Mike Golick has taken his place. Now there's motion and flags down.
Yeah, and right off the bat, Mike Golick got called for jumping off sides. Now, one of the things...
Encroachment prior to the snap. Number 90 defense. Still first down.
One of the things that Aikman is going to do today that he has not done this year, Vern, he is going to lengthen the cadence. He is going to go longer on his cadence. Therefore, he can read the blitz coverages. He can get people to commit, and he can then stop and then change the play at the line of scrimmage. And the only way you can do that is by having a longer cadence. A longer cadence that time caused Golick to jump off sides.
Eagles 16 penalties in the last game and 13 the last time these two teams met. So here's a play fake from Aikman. Watch out from the back. Jerome Brown. That's his 9.5 sack, and 2 already on the first 2 possessions. That's 50 on the season for Philadelphia.
Play action affects only linebackers and sometimes safeties. Jerome Brown simply beats Mark Tuinei, the left tackle of the Cowboys. After you do play action, if no one's there, the only thing you can do is throw the football away or tuck it under your arm and run.
Now, away from the ball, there was a flag thrown, and it appears to be against the Philadelphia Eagles. Jerry Seaman is our referee today.
You know, I would find it very hard to do a lot of play actions against a team that rushes the passer like the Eagles.
Holding number 95 defense beyond the line of scrimmage. Penalties in force. Previous spot. First down.
Whoa.
Al Harris. And that wipes out a huge loss and gives Dallas a first down.
I wonder what Jerome Brown is saying to him, because believe you me, the front 4 of these Eagles compete against one another for sacks, and I'm sure Jerome Brown is sitting next to Simmons giving him a look.
Not to say bonus clauses in the contract at the end of the year. First and 10. And off right side, that's Darrell Johnston, number 48. The Cowboy rookie from Syracuse. He and Robert Drummond, number 36 for the Eagles, were teammates on that Syracuse team. Johnston, who has really developed now the latter part of the season.
He's their big blocking back, and Jimmy Johnson told us the thing that they would like to use Johnson for is he's a back that we'd like to run maybe 8 times a game, 10 times, but he's excellent at picking up blitzes. He's excellent lead blocker for our halfback.
Second down and 10, no score. Opening moments of the game. Second and 11. Now watch out for the blitz. Nope, they dance out of it. Aikman quickly delivers left side to James Dixon. And he's close for the first down. Izell Jenkins, number 46, and Eric Allen make the tackle. Cowboys, of course, it's been quite some time now since the Herschel Walker trade to Minnesota. In the first 5 games with Herschel, they had 294 yards, an average of 59 a game. In the last 8 games without Walker, they're up to 109 yards per game average.
Almost doubled it. Not quite, but close. But then again, if you look at average attempts at rushing, you would probably get a little better feel for those yardage.
That's right. 3rd and 1. Timeout. Aikman saw something he didn't like, or he was fighting the 45-second clock. So timeout for the Cowboys, and that time he made sure he